This is the Dallas Morning News.
Eat, Drink, DFW from the Dallas Morning News is made possible by Central Market.
Hello, and welcome to Eat, Drink, DFW, the podcast from the Dallas Morning News food team. Each week, we take a look at food and drink trends in North Texas, talk about restaurants in Dallas-Fort Worth, learn some new recipes, and sometimes even get tips from you, our listeners. I'm Julie Fisk, podcast producer for the Dallas Morning News, and this week, we'll dig into one of Dallas's most expensive new restaurants, and then we'll chat about our favorite low-cost ice cream shops to beat the summer heat. We'll also talk to a local caterer who will help us find lighter and healthier options for the food we're eating every day. That's all coming up right after this.
Central Market is really into food, like fish flown in so fresh it still has jet lag into food. Our sourdough starter has been around since grunge was a thing into food. We're talking more prime cuts than a greatest hits album into food. Central Market is really into food. If you are too, then we're the HQ for you. Whether you're a make every recipe in the cookbook foodie or a my favorite recipe is reheat type who just digs the delectable, no place makes every day more delicious like Central Market. Really into food. Shop now at centralmarket.com.
For the latest food and restaurant news in Dallas-Fort Worth, visit dallasnews.com/food. Also, we'd love to hear from you, so email us at eatdrink@dallasnews.com with any thoughts or suggestions. As usual, today I'm joined by our food writers, Sarah Blaskovich, Zakaria Washington, and Imelda Garcia. And Sarah, you wanted to start off with a big question today.
How much is too much for dinner?
$200
per person. Okay, Julie?
Gosh, per person?
Yep.
For a big special night out, yeah, I'd say like 200,
Yeah,
200 to
200.
250. Yeah.
Okay, Zakaria?
100. I'm younger. I don't spend those money on food.
Well, actually, it depends. You know who is paying.
Right. Whose money is it?
Yeah.
Let me tell you who's not paying. It's not me, guys.
Okay.
Okay. I have just written about a restaurant that cost $295 per person for a 20-course dinner. That's a lot of money, okay? What if I told you, though, that the restaurant looks really cool?
I mean,
Does that help?
is the food good?
It's a good question and we don't know yet. Okay, so here is the story. On June 2nd, an avant-garde restaurant called Punk Noir is opening in the Dallas Design District. $295 a person for 20 courses of food. And they're kind of billing this as an adventure or maybe even an event, not just dinner.
Okay.
It's dinner and. The restaurant has several rooms inside a warehouse that's nearly 8,000 square feet. So you will eat inside one graffitied dining room. You might eat some of the courses next in the kitchen, like in the kitchen. And then you move to different rooms as sort of this sensory experience for body and mind.
So it's kind of like a restaurant/amusement park.
Yeah, or even art gallery.
Okay.
Because an artist has designed most of the walls, and I think there's some sort of projection somewhere, which I think art as light can be really interesting too. Is it $300 a person interesting? I don't know. But this is like, I was going to say this is our new normal. This is not our new normal. This is our new outlier for what it could mean to spend huge dollars in Dallas on food.
I think an experience makes it worth it.
Okay.
We're not including tip. A tip on something like that's going to be hefty.
Yes, and I don't believe the price includes drinks. So Julie and I are going to order some cocktails.
Yeah.
Of course, me too.
And they're not going to be cheap either.
Yes, so this restaurant, Punk Noir, in the Design District, was created by a family, a dad and his sons, who went to, I think they said, over 10 countries in Europe and Asia, and they ate at incredibly fine restaurants. And they took those ideas back and said, you know, Dallas people sometimes pay big for food, but we don't have this like irreverent look at fine dining, right? That it could be graffiti on the walls and caviar. And so they created a restaurant that I can say with certainty we do not have.
That's interesting. But is there a cheaper option?
Yes, and it's an important part, Imelda. So the restaurant only seats 26 people, and all 26 of those people are paying the big bucks. Now, if you want to go in the lounge, that is 3 courses for $60 or 7 courses for $105.
That's more my speed.
So yeah, Zakaria can choose her adventure here, and and the rest of us can too. And that would be a more reasonable price. Now, here's the only thing: as you sit in the lounge and you're, enjoying 3 courses for $60, you're watching people leave the lounge and go through a set of mysterious black curtains where their $295 experience begins. And I don't know about y'all, but I'd be like, well, now I want to go back there.
Like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
I want to see.
Yeah, serious FOMO.
So that was smart probably.
Yeah.
Now, what does the food taste like? And even what is on the menu, we don't totally know yet. So this is also something where they hope that you trust them and fork over a bunch of cash and try it out.
Or business dinner, like you said, Imelda, let's find somebody else to pay for this.
Yes, of course.
And try it out.
Yeah.
I would love to hear from our readers if this is a place you would or would not go to and why. Hit us up at eatdrink@dallasnews.com.
I don't know, Sarah. I'd rather dine at the restaurant where Samuel L. Jackson just visited.
You know what? Me too. Okay, I really want to go to Medea's Down Home Cookin'.
And I just have to emphasize that cookin' is spelled
Cookin'.
I-N. Yes. So that's not you being sassy. It is Medea's Down Home Cookin'.
I love this. Yes. All right. Samuel L. Jackson stopped into Medea's Down Home Cookin' during the filming of the Taylor Sheridan show Frisco King.
Have you been to Medea's before?
I had not, and I didn't even know about this restaurant and wished I had. As we've established, there are 16,000 restaurants in DFW. I'm trying to sit my bottom in every single one of them, and now I have to get to Medea's because, Samuel L. Jackson went there. If the guy from Pulp Fiction and Django Unchained likes this restaurant, I think I might like it too.
What an incredible celebrity sighting that would be.
Oh, yeah.
He's somebody, I'd have to go talk to him. He would hate me by the time it was over with. I'd be so excited.
Yeah, and that double take, because when you see somebody you think is famous and they're not, that beautiful double take of looking and being like, oh, that's not him. And then you're like, holy cow, it's him. It's him. That would be great. Okay, so after we learned on Facebook that he had come to this restaurant, I called the owners to ask what their story was. And I just really enjoyed this conversation. So this restaurant is a Southern restaurant. You're looking at meatloaf, fried catfish, chicken fried steak. And Albert Penson opened it over 20 years ago in the small town of Everman, Texas, which is south of Fort Worth. So whoever Samuel L. Jackson's people are, how'd they find this place? That's also awesome. Okay, Albert opened the restaurant because he missed the Sunday afternoon suppers that he would have at his home when he was a kid, and his parents passed away. But his mother's recipes remained at the heart of his family, and he wanted to open a place that emulated those Sunday get-togethers.
I bet now that Samuel L. has been to this restaurant, they've probably got a spike in sales now.
I think they have. And you got to think about the folks who loved Medea's already. They're like, come on, you guys, you're clogging my favorite place.
I grew up in small town North Carolina, and I remember I had some friends who would do a great big post-church Sunday dinner. And it was some of the most amazing food I've ever had in my life. And it was Southern cooking like that. Lots of collard greens and meatloaf. I still fantasize about those collard greens. So I need to hit Medea's for sure.
There are 3 things the director of operations said you have to order: the oxtails, the cornbread, and the Kool-Aid.
Oh, the Kool-Aid.
Yep. Oh. And I'm like, I'm in. That sounds good.
For those oxtails.
Now the oxtails I'm not feeling, but everything
My favorite.
Really? I
love those.
I don't think I've ever had an oxtail.
Wow. My grandma used to make the best oxtails.
Really?
The curious story is exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah. How would she make it?
I don't know what she put in them, but they were so good, and it took all day. I mean, it was just so tender and juicy. I love oxtails.
Wow.
Zakaria, is your grandmother still alive?
No, she passed away a couple of years ago, but she's from Mississippi, and other people in my family know how to make them, but I just miss her specifically.
Of course. Well, I was going to make sure you have her recipe.
I don't.
But
you know what? I'm sure someone in my family has it.
Was it your father's mother? Because
Yes.
I know he's a cook.
Yes.
You should ask him. I bet somewhere in there he has
It's
that
somewhere.
recipe.
That recipe is not gone. I know it.
Come on, Zach. You got to make us some oxtail.
Right.
So, Imelda, it looks like you found a new way to eat a taco.
Now you can eat a taco cone, not just ice cream, but a taco in a cone. What? How?
That actually seems really good for drips. It keeps everything in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As opposed to losing it at the other side.
This is an idea that came to life in Taqueria Saltillo in Arlington. Juan Carlos Flores, the owner, tried for 5 years to create this concept of the taco cone. He had the idea, but he didn't want to make it fried, but he didn't find the way to make the tortilla in that shape. And it took a TikTok video, he told me, where a mom was making these tortillas in a cone. And he was like, I have the idea now. And now he's selling them at their taqueria. It's $13.99 and it's a whole meal. Like beans, rice, the meat, the lettuce, everything. It's just one big taco. And it's huge. I mean, Zakaria was there with me and we were like, what is this?
So I saw your pictures on Instagram and I did wonder, is it actually easier to eat in a cone shape?
It is until it isn't. Because when the tortilla cracks, it like kind of spills the thing. I mean, it is easy because the idea it's like if you are in a music festival, for example, and you are hungry and you want a taco, but you don't want to be like with your plate and everything. You take your taco and you walk by with it.
I was having a major deja vu moment with this taco cone, and I figured it out. The State Fair of Texas had a fried taco cone in 2019, and it won Best Taste Savory.
Whoa.
So this was only available for, 24 days in the fall of 2019. So this is not something you can have right now and haven't been able to have it for over 5 years. But it was created by Miss Ruth, who was a longtime concessionaire who created fried Jell-O. And Miss Ruth died a couple of years ago, but she is just sort of at the heart of concessions at the State Fair of Texas. She's one of those people who was around so long, and it was surprising not to see her there, last year.
Yeah.
And Ruth's stuffed fried taco cone cost 18 coupons back in the day, which was only $9.
The thing with this taco cone specifically is that it is not fried. It's baked. So that's a little bit healthier, And these guys from Taqueria Saltillo, they provide food for Arlington ISD also. And they are trying to get the taco cone in the schools. And that will be huge.
And not to totally Taco Bellify this idea, but they could always wrap a soft flour tortilla around the outside, like melt it to it with some cheese. Ooh. And that way it would just kind of all fall into the tortilla. That way it's not just crumbling in your hands.
A genius idea, Julie.
Thank you.
And it was your idea with the Taco Bell thing and not mine. I'm so proud.
So Zakaria, you have a really cool story about people in the community doing really good things.
Yes. So a small snow cone stand in the quaint town of Sanger, Texas, 51 miles north of Dallas. They're celebrating their 10-year anniversary. It's called Blake's Snow Shack, but the stand is more than just a local spot for snow cones. The owner, Blake Pyron, who's 30 years old today, he's Texas's first business owner with Down syndrome. And he turned the shack into a source of pride for both his family and his community. So let me tell you a little bit about Blake. I spoke with his mom last week, and it was just an inspiring story. So it all started some years ago when Blake, he was about to graduate high school, and he would watch his parents and older brother get ready and go to work each morning. And he would ask his family, well, what about me? Yeah. It's a question that his mom, Marianne, said would keep them up at night. And so they all brainstormed this idea. They took the summer off. They were just like, what can we do for Blake? Because at the time in the small town of Sanger, there were not many opportunities for people who were living with Down syndrome. And so they would just brainstorm as a family, like, what is it that our community is missing? And they all came to the conclusion of a snow cone stand. And so from there, that was in 2016. And from there, it just grew in popularity around the community. Just nationally, people started to find out more about Blake's story. And this is what Marianne told me. She said, quote, "We have just had a community that has believed in our son and blessed us, and amazing things have happened." She also said, it's never been about the snow cones. It's always been about letting Blake fulfill his purpose in life.
I have so many warm fuzzies about this story, Zakaria, and this is a topic that I feel extremely passionately about. I have a family member with Down syndrome, and he is the friendliest, most fun, hardest working person that I know. And there's so many things he can do. And he works in a community where he has 3 jobs. I mean, he works more hours than I do every week. It's incredible. And he is so suited for those jobs. Mm-hmm. But somebody had to carve out positions for people like my cousin Austin. And so the fact that Blake's family did this for him showed other people in the community that he matters, that he has skills. There are so many people in our community that can work in restaurants specifically, in food specifically. Mm-hmm. You covering the story meant a lot to me, Zakaria, and I cannot wait to drive all the way up to Sanger. And if I can, give Blake a hug and get a snow cone from him.
And help them celebrate 10 years.
Oh,
That's really amazing. Their 10-year anniversary.
I mean, Blake is like a local celebrity. Everybody loves him. And so I might have to join you, Sarah. And one of the snow cones that are kind of popular is the tiger's blood and the blue coconut flavor.
Tiger's blood.
Yes.
Wow.
This is how Marianne described it. She said it's a popular flavor from the 90s. Like the kids in the 90s love this flavor. It's got strawberry, watermelon flavors with a hint of coconut.
Well, I think it's a great name for a great guy.
So if you guys aren't going to Sanger, where are you getting ice cream this summer?
I feel like I should mention Howdy Homemade, which is near the Preston Hollow area. Their Dr. Pepper chocolate chip ice cream is tops for me. I think it's pretty close to perfect. And it employs people with intellectual and developmental disabilities also, which is just really neat.
I love La Boca Gelato. They are from Argentina and they are in Snyder Plaza. They have these creamy gelatos with a lot of flavor. It's amazing. But if you want a cheaper option and it's super good all the time, Browns. I'm a fan of their pecan cherry butter ice cream. I love it.
Imelda, do you have a Brahms near you?
Yes, I do.
I do not. And I grew up with the Brahms near me in Plano. And now where I live, there's like not one that close. But Brahms was like the family treat spot.
Does it have the little grocery store?
Yeah, yeah.
We didn't have Brahms growing up, so I was shocked when I went in and you could actually buy groceries there. Yeah. That really cracked me up.
Totally. It was the only place my mom would buy eggnog at Christmas time. I realize how strange that is now.
What about you, Zakaria?
I actually have been on this like wave of eating ice cream at home. I've been eating it like every other night. And my favorite one right now is Tillamook. They have this vanilla bean flavor. Oh, it's the best. And the thing I love about their ice cream is that it's so creamy and so soft. It's like a custard.
I was also with Zakaria recently when Salt and Straw opened on Henderson Avenue in East Dallas, and she purchased 2 pints of ice cream to go home.
Yes.
I hope it's okay if I tell this story. She pulled out 2 pints of vanilla ice cream. And I was like, you can't get those.
Sarah quickly told me, oh no.
I was
you
just
gotta
like,
be different. You gotta get something different.
Same. I'm hearing you if you want one of those. I don't want any of those. But if you want 1 pint of ice cream that's vanilla, that's fine. But I was like, what about any of the other flavors?
But wait, did you have a plan?
I didn't have a plan. My boyfriend he's from California, and so he said that this one flavor was so good. And so I was just like, maybe I should get 2. And I want to try it too. And then Sarah was like, no. And I was like, okay, no, that's fair. Actually, let me get another flavor. And so I ended up getting the cookie dough one on top of the vanilla.
And?
Okay, so they were both super good. I personally like the cookie dough one better, though. Sarah was right.
Point for Sarah.
I'm not starting a campaign against vanilla ice cream, but I am starting a campaign against vanilla ice cream. What in the world?
I could
Why?
be so basic, and that I'm glad you stopped me, Sarah. You did a good job. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I don't really eat ice cream. I would prefer to get my calories from wine. I'll be honest.
That's clever.
Don't. But in my house, we're in Andy's household.
Love Andy's.
And my husband has this thing after dinner. We'll all just be sitting there at the table and he'll go, stop asking me to take you to Andy's. And everybody will look at him and he'll be like, I'm not going. I don't know why you keep bugging me about this. And then he and my daughters will go get in the car and they'll drive to Andy's. It's like, nobody brought it up, but stop bugging him about it.
Now, Julie, do you get something?
No.
Whoa, the incredible form of restraint.
Yes.
It's not restraint. I don't really want it. Pour me a glass of wine. I'm fine with that.
I want to add one more thing that I'm not eating this summer. Speaking of Julie not eating ice cream, there was the pickle smoothie from Smoothie King. Did you guys see that?
Yes.
No.
I want to try it.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
I love pickles.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I think it's going to be my treat of the summer. I love pickles.
We're on the same page, Emil.
Yeah. Let's go together.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
And I'm going to put some salt in it.
Oh, that would be so good.
Yeah.
I'm like over here speechless.
Sarah's face.
Since Zakaria said she was going to try it, which I don't know why I'm surprised by that, but that surprised me. And then Imelda chimed in. There's nothing wrong with a pickle smoothie. And I get it. Like people who love pickles, I think are going to love this thing. I'm just not them.
Is it weird that I want to stop the recording, go get in our cars and force you guys to drink the smoothie in front of me?
Oh, I'll do it.
I kind of don't believe you. I kind of feel like this is a dare.
I am a pickle fiend. I'll do anything pickle.
Also, add salt to it.
Yes.
That's a good idea.
No. The pickle's main job is to be salty.
Do we know, is the smoothie sweet?
No, it's not. Oh. Let me tell you what's in it.
I'm in love.
Literally. I want it so bad.
I want it so bad.
This is just so funny. All right. We have Grillo's pickles, bananas, kale, apple juice blend, kiwi apple juice blend, electrolyte blend, which does not sound like food, and coconut water.
So you didn't hear it, but I did just throw up.
But it has kale. I mean, it's healthy.
It's good for you.
It's a salad practically.
This is our summertime treat to stay hydrated. Smoothie King wants you to know. And also, I guess, get your kale. Ugh.
Yeah.
All right.
You can add some vodka maybe in. That would be even better.
I just threw up again. All right. Remember to find all of these stories and more at dallasnews.com/food. We're going to take a short break. And when we come back, we're going to help you find a healthier way to eat the foods you love. And it won't involve a pickle in a smoothie.
Central Market is really into food. Like when we say cheese, it's in 12 languages into food. Butchers, bakers, and sushi roll makers into food. We're talking so obsessive about quality you can shop blindfolded into food. Central Market is really into food. If you are too, then let us turn your shopping list into a treasure map. Get inspired, get adventurous, or just get a chef-made dinner when you've got more taste buds than time. No place makes every meal more amazing like Central Market. Really into food. Shop now at centralmarket.com.
Coming up, a local chef has healthy tips for us, but first, a quick reminder that you can always reach out to the Dallas Morning News food team at eatdrink@dallasnews.com. And please follow us on Facebook and Instagram at DMN Food because we've been really busy over there.
Today, we have a special guest in the studio. I am pleased to welcome Chef Deb Oxman, founder of Savor Culinary Services in North Texas. And she's here today to offer us some healthy food swaps. Welcome, Deb.
Thank you, Sarah.
So before we get into a chat about Eat This, Not That, tell us a little bit about how you came to own a private catering company.
I started out as a physical therapist. I treated a lot of athletes, and I realized that their food really changed their rehab, better or worse. About that time, my son was about 3. He was diagnosed with high-functioning autism, severe ADHD. Was told he'll never tie his own shoes, just put him in a school somewhere, basically forget about him. That didn't work for me, and I thought there has to be an answer. A friend of mine was a functional nutritionist. She said, how does his body use food? I said, what does this matter? And we found out exactly his food intolerances. We detoxed the heavy metals. I had a different kid in 3 months' time. And my son went on to do tours in the military, graduated top of his class, wrestled all over the world. And one person found out about it, and then another person found out about it.
Wow.
That's amazing, Deb.
Interesting. Okay, so you already had the knowledge from physical therapy, and then you learned about the food part. We want to tackle the food piece. How can we be healthier people? One thing you told me just before we started was that snacks are a big trend right now. And I love this because who doesn't love a snack? Why are snacks a big thing for your customers right now? And what's your answer to a healthy snack?
They're easy, they're convenient, and there's so much protein that you can add in it, vitamins and minerals. And they're really easy to make as long as you don't pay attention to a lot of the advertising that's out there.
Okay, tell us more about that.
Well, so many times things are packaged as healthy or preservative free or all natural. But if you really read the package, it's none of that. At the end of the day, just the most simple ingredients are actually the healthiest and the easiest.
What should be some words to be cautious about?
All natural,
Okay.
preservative free, no additives. That's actually not true. When you read the package, it's filled with so many things that literally the goal in my company is always, if you can't pull it off of a tree, you probably shouldn't eat it.
So as we're talking about snacks, can you give us a couple of ideas of just foolproof things you could toss in your purse or in your backpack when you're going on a trip or going to work that would just be good for you?
One of the things that I have always stood by is protein first, because that is the most available source out there. I mean, who has not seen just hard-boiled eggs in the grocery store? And I always tell my children, apples and bananas were the first portable snack.
Way back to Adam and Eve.
Way back.
And do you do anything with those snacks, Deb, or is it really as simple as bringing an apple in your purse?
Well, it depends on how much time you have. If that's all the time that you have is basically to grab a hard-boiled egg or an apple or a banana, think about all the stuff that is in the protein bars and how expensive protein bars are. When in reality, those simple ingredients that you can find at any grocery store are way more cost effective than that $5 to $7 protein bar that's supposed to be so healthy for you.
So I'm hearing we should stop buying the protein bar.
Yes.
And start buying just the real protein.
Yes.
So my daughter eats a protein bar every morning for breakfast, my youngest. What would be a healthier alternative?
The healthier alternative to the protein bars are kind of like I said, there's nut butters, there's eggs, the hard-boiled eggs that I talked about, even just a handful of nuts. I mean, those are so fast and they are so easy that even added with a handful of berries, very low glycemic, and you get so much more value for your dollar, but also so much more protein. It's so much better for you. Something that's called, a lot of people have heard of them, is overnight oats. It is so cost effective, but especially if you take clean oatmeal, not the packaged things, but the one in the big containers, so cost effective. You add milk of choice to it. You add a better for you sweetener, let's call it maple or honey, little bit of vanilla, a little bit of cinnamon. You can make that in a really big batch. It has a ton of protein in it, and it is so much more cost effective than a sugary breakfast cereal.
Can I put bananas on it?
Oh my gosh, yes.
How about when you are talking about fresh produce, about like genetically modified
GMOs?
foods?
That's a really great question, and I'm always going to lean first toward fresh fruits and vegetables. The layer on top of it of GMO is such a huge topic, but anything you can eat that is not processed, regardless if it's GMO or not, you're going to be better off, because I promise you everything in those bars and those packages are definitely GMO.
I want to get into some of the popular things people eat. And I'm sure I fall into these traps too. Things I think are good for me, right? Like I'm making a good choice. And then Chef, I'm worried that you're going to say not so much. So let me start with my daughter's favorite thing to eat in the morning. Big old scoop of peanut butter. It makes me feel like she's getting her protein. She's getting fed. Her brain is turned on before school. Is a big scoop of peanut butter a good idea?
Goes back to what's in that peanut butter.
Sugar.
So much sugar. However, peanuts are a legume, just like any beans. They're full of starch. I didn't say they were not good for you. However, what you need to understand that a scoop of almond butter or a scoop of cashew butter is going to be so much better than the scoop of peanut butter. Peanut butter, especially for women, also have a tendency to be more yeasty. Now, if you cannot get your children to eat other nut butters, then all natural peanut butter with just crushed peanuts, a little bit of oil, not seed oil, but better for you oil, stirred in with some honey, finish it with a little salt, and it's better for you. Because the peanut butters with the sugar and all the other stuff, it's basically just a dessert.
And one follow-up, where are you at on putting that peanut butter, even if it's a better peanut butter, on a cracker?
Depends on the cracker.
Okay, tell me which ones are good.
Well, again, it goes back to processed. I've always said before, just like the cereal aisle, there's no reason to go down it. There's not one cereal on the cereal aisle that's actually good for you. So it goes back to a cracker. It is still processed.
Right.
Now, I understand that, people are not going to make their homemade bread and things like that. So you try to buy a more natural source of a cracker, even an almond cracker that is made out of nuts and are better for you source than just something like a saltine.
The brand I'm thinking of is like Almond Thins. Have you heard of those? Do you like those?
Yeah, those are great.
I can try this.
Those are great.
I can try some of the peanut butter from the corner bulk section in Central Market that doesn't have all the business in it. It's just got the nuts. Or maybe I'll try one of the other nuts, and I will fail to mention that it's different until after the first bite.
So what if you took an apple? So if you have a whole apple, instead of cutting it in wedges, cut it horizontally where it makes a chip. And then you just smear the peanut butter with a little honey on that. Ooh. See the difference?
Well, we're all doing that. That sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in.
So I am the queen of fast sandwiches. Like I ate a turkey and cheese on my way over here today, but I understand that processed meats are really bad for you.
Right.
So what's an alternative for that?
It actually has to do with the nitrates that people are so worried about. But think originally how a piece of lunch meat was made. They took a whole turkey breast, or they took a whole pork loin or beef tenderloin or whatever, and they just sliced off a thin portion of it. That is all that lunch meats really are, before we started messing with them too much and adding the preservatives and all those other things. Boar's Head lunch meat you would get at Central Market, Whole Foods. They even have good for you lunch meats without all the nitrates and everything in it. You can even get those at Walmart and Sprouts now.
Really?
Oh yeah. But also think about, instead of that bread, if you take like a paleo tortilla, same ingredient, same everything, and wrapped it up, it actually becomes more portable. And many times if you have the better for you lunch meat with the cheese in it and your condiment of choice, you can actually just roll that up too, and it stays together and you can forget about the bread.
Okay, you just said something very important.
Okay.
The cheese. So I'm okay eating the cheese.
Again, It has to do with, did it come out of a plastic package or was it real cheese? I mean,
Oh, God.
Well, it came out of a plastic package.
so
Yeah.
you know which one I'm talking about.
Are you talking about like individually wrapped?
Yes.
Yes.
You know, something that doesn't actually kind of melt anymore or really look like cheese. A lot of people do have a dairy intolerance, but if you don't, cheese is a great source of high protein as well.
Okay, so we can put the cheese on the sandwich.
Yeah.
We just need a high quality cheese.
I'm feeling a little embarrassed. I will eat a cheese single standing in front of the fridge, the individually wrapped ones, and convince myself it's healthy.
It's okay. Just because you're busy.
Thank you, Deb.
It's okay.
Thank
You're
you.
busy.
I know one thing I keep thinking about, Deb, is like if in life I could create these little moments where I already sliced the cheese so that when you want the cheese, you reach for this one and not that one. It seems simple, but it's not. The prep is the hard part for all of us.
It is the hard part, but it also depends upon whenever you choose to buy better, especially cheese, they have great cheeses that are already sliced for you. So it's a matter of a mindset switch. Just like so many people want chips all the time, you know, the salty, the seed oils, the everything. When if you really stop and think about it, they actually make like roasted chickpeas, and even, believe it or not, popcorn made with olive oil is more cost effective, and it's also better for you than grabbing chips. And you still get that crunch because it's the crunch you're missing.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily what it's made from. It's the crunch.
And the salt.
I'd like to ask about the oil.
Okay.
Because seed oil are bad for you. Is that true?
That depends on the last podcast that you listened to. So what I want to tell you is what we do at Savor, and also all the research I've done, and especially with the nutrition background that I've had, the issues with seed oils is it's the way that you use them. So the heat, all those other things that's applied to it, but honestly, you don't need them. Think about a seed oil. Usually seed oils are used in everything that's processed. Whenever you cook, even if it's just simple vegetables, you don't need them. They're not necessary because they're over processed. Whereas olive oil, butter, there's nothing wrong. Listen, there's nothing wrong with butter.
She said it. She said it.
Clear.
Oh,
There's nothing wrong with butter.
You came to the right place,
Yes. Deb, how about Coke Zero? Is it better than the regular Coke? Because I love Coke Zero, but I feel guilty every time I drink it.
So the number one thing you can do for your health is get rid of all sodas that have artificial sweeteners in them. Because especially in a woman's brain, the enzymes that are released whenever you drink the fake sugar in any of those drinks actually causes your body to hold on to all the fat stores. You would be better off and you would actually be healthier if you consumed real sugar, like a Coke, you know, that's in the bottle that contains the real sugar.
What about stevia?
Stevia is actually really great. A lot of people don't like the aftertaste, but stevia is actually really great because it literally just comes from a leaf.
And what about all those bubbly waters?
So actually there's nothing wrong with the bubbly waters as well. And you can actually make some really cost effective options, especially with the soda streams that are out. You can make the carbonation water as well. And you can throw fresh lemons or berries or all those other things for them. But we tell our clients all the time, the number one thing you can do for your health is get rid of the artificial sugars and especially the Diet Cokes.
You heard it here first. But actually, we knew that.
Yeah.
But it's hard. It's hard, Deb.
It's addicting.
I know.
Sugar is addicting.
Well, and it's the caffeine for me. I actually don't care that much about the soda part, but I enjoy the caffeine piece. And for reasons I can't really explain, I don't want coffee in the afternoon.
Yeah, don't blame you.
There's a weird addiction thing with Diet Coke. Like
It is.
Yeah, because I don't want other sodas or anything else. I want a Diet Coke, and it's nasty. I don't know why.
It's
I want
neurological.
It really
Yeah,
is.
the artificial sweeteners actually attack a lot of those centers in the brain. So it actually becomes neurological and you crave it.
So another thing we were just talking about, ice cream. Are there healthier options for ice cream?
There are. First of all, you should eat ice cream.
Yay! And so much good news.
The problem is it's the amount that people eat. That's number one. And number two, it goes back to the sugars that are in it. Some of the name brands, if you really flip it over, has high fructose corn syrup in it. But there's a lot of keto and paleo versions that have natural sweeteners in them. Even, honey and maple, and you can even buy some with monk fruit and coconut nectar. Nothing wrong with them. It becomes high protein and low glycemic at that point. One of my favorite desserts is actually vanilla ice cream. And then buy something called pecan oil
Okay.
Just straight up pecan oil, drizzle it on it, and put sea salt on top of it.
Ooh.
It's amazing.
I recently bought Bluebell's protein ice cream, which I have trouble saying with a straight face. Deb, I don't know what's in it. I don't know if there's high fructose corn syrup. I haven't looked at the types of sugars and how and why we put protein in there. I also don't know the answer to that. I just sort of like stuck my fingers in my ears and bought the pint of ice cream because it tastes good. Should I swap that?
So what you're a victim of is what's happening in 2026 food trends is protein.
Yeah.
So every prepared food brand, the CPG world, consumer packaged goods, got on the train of let's add protein to everything.
Yep.
I mean, if you really dissect what you just said, hey, Deb, I just bought Bluebell ice cream that has protein in it. What's the point? So...
You're like, why?
Yeah. You might as well just eat the ice cream of your choice, again, in moderation with a better sugar in it.
And I guess at some point else in the day, eat good sources of other protein. And then I achieve both things.
You know what? You'll achieve both things if you throw nuts on top of it.
Oh, love.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good, right?
That's brilliant.
Yeah, you'll achieve both things.
I'm going to eat an ice cream sundae for dinner, and I'm going to be so healthy. I can with bananas.
Deb, you're a wealth of information. I like that you gave us things we could and could not eat. I think that the trade-offs there seem really fair, right? You're not saying the only things you can eat are the stuff in the vegetable section of the grocery store. I think that's really great. I want to know, have you made a really great lunch or dinner recently that was simple, that you could just tell us? What was it? And is there a simple recipe to it that maybe we should consider making for ourselves?
Yes, a piece of salmon, whichever kind you like. Believe it or not, my daughter can tell the difference since she was 5 in types of salmon. It's crazy.
Nice.
Crazy. Seriously, the butter that I told you about with just salt. You bake that, and if you like a little bit of sweetness, add coconut sugar to it. Just sprinkle it on top. Finish it with lemon. That's it. It takes 12 minutes.
All right, Deb, we talked a lot about great food swaps. I also know that part of your job is catering in-flight meals. So what is that about, and what are people eating on flights?
So to be clear, it really melded or kind of morphed into, because we're known for personal chef services, and the flight catering you're talking about is actually private flight catering.
Oh.
It's private flight instead of just the in-flight. But what you don't realize is you're thinking we're doing these caviar services and all these other things.
That is what I'm thinking.
It's a lot of chicken Caesar salads.
Really?
Yes.
Instagram loves those right now.
Oh my gosh, lots of chicken Caesar salads, tomato basil soup, and airplane-shaped grilled cheese.
Wait, who's eating soup on a plane? That feels
Many.
short-sighted to me.
Many.
You think it seems risky?
Yes.
I would totally eat all of that on an airplane, on a private plane, now that we've put ourselves there. Wait, I want to know about the chicken Caesar salad. How do we make our chicken Caesar salad healthy?
You know, there's just some things you shouldn't try and just eat it. But I mean, you have romaine lettuce, you have grilled chicken. First of all, you can pull apart a rotisserie chicken all day long. They have some great bottled Caesar dressings out there and shaved Parmesan or Parmesan on top. But here's what the problem that most people get into is it's the croutons.
Oh, I
because
see.
it's crunchy and it's really good. But those can actually be replaced because they have so many croutons out now that are made with quinoa. They're made with all kinds of things. It's the crunch you miss. It's not necessarily those croutons.
Yes.
That's about the only way you can make that healthier.
What do you think about those cheese crisps? They seem better than a crouton. I don't know if they're best. Do you know what I'm talking about? They're packaged and they're like a Parmesan crisp or something. And it's a crouton looking thing that's made of cheese.
That's mainly for people that don't want to eat carbs or want to lower their carbs and they still want that crunch. Because remember, everything that you eat, you're missing a lot of times the crunch. Nobody likes squishy things. So those are actually fine. But again, when they're packaged, what else are they packaged with in order to maintain the freshness? That's what you have to look at. You might as well honestly just eat a handful of Parmesan cheese.
Well, and I'll just do a little more cheese and less croutons. I could stick with that. One last question.
Yeah.
We're headed into summer.
Okay.
I now have to feed my kids in the middle of the day, whereas they used to be at school most of the days of the week. I don't have picky kids. And I think a lot of people listening are, they're just trying to feed their kids something healthful that's not complicated. Can you give me an idea?
just for lunch.
Just for lunch for a kid 10 or under.
If they're not picky, which so many kids are nowadays, there's nothing wrong with everything from the sandwiches to they have really great chicken nuggets now too. Depends upon if you want to go the route of, something in a box, which I want to say they are getting so much better about the preservatives that are in things and the way things are made. What I'm going to tell you is let them enjoy the summer. Just read the back of the box if that's where you choose to go.
And on chicken nuggets, are the ones from the freezer aisle okay if I look and see that there's not a bunch of stuff in there?
Right.
I love this permission.
To reiterate, that's butter, chicken nuggets, and ice cream.
Right.
We've got a summer all wrapped up.
Guys, it's going to be a great summer.
I know.
Deb, thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
You are a wealth of information, and you make us feel both hopeful for what we can do for our bodies, but also I think we all feel pretty normal about the things that we have already put in our bodies today, except for the Dr. Pepper Zero that I won't finish. It's sitting right behind me. I'm not going to finish that today.
Can I give you a really great recipe of how to use Dr. Pepper with real sugar?
Yes.
It makes the best sauce known to man. Take a Dr. Pepper with real sugar in it, put it on the stove, and reduce it. Just watch it till it makes a syrup. It is amazing. It has all those flavors that are already in Dr. Pepper. They reduce down and the Dr. Pepper becomes savory. Pour it over chicken, pour it over beef, pour it over everything. Don't do anything to it. Just Dr. Pepper.
Yes, please. I'll do that.
Just watch it. It will burn quickly. Just watch it.
Wow.
I think I had an old fashioned recently that was made with that. So let's not get into the liquor aspects of it.
We
though.
failed to ask you whether we should be drinking because we don't want the answer.
Yes.
It's nice to see you, Deb. See you later.
And that's all the time we have for today. If you have thoughts or maybe healthy replacements of your own to share, please tell us all about it at eatdrink@dallasnews.com. Special thanks to Dallas Morning News Assistant Managing Editor Christopher Wynn, who definitely deserves a grilled cheese shaped like an airplane. For the news, I'm Julie Fisk. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Eat, Drink, DFW from the Dallas Morning News is made possible by Central Market.